Hi YouTube, welcome to Maria's Kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to make my homemade meatloaf. Now there are different ways you can make it. I'm going to show you how to make it two different ways today. So here are your ingredients. First thing you're going to need is a pack of ground beef. Grab a clean bowl and you're going to dump your ground beef inside the bowl. Next thing you're going to need is, right here I use 5 cloves, garlic cloves, 1 small onion diced, and you're gonna have about a bunch, like a handful of parsley. You can use Italian parsley or you can use curly parsley, and you're gonna dump it inside the bowl. Next thing you're gonna do is add your homemade sofrito. So I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. Next thing you're gonna need is I add stuffing. You can use any brand, so this is the brand I like to use, and I like to use the one with the cornbread because it has a little bit of sweetness to it. So I'm gonna use half a cup. Next thing I'm gonna add is half a cup of breadcrumbs. Next thing I'm gonna use is 1 sobre of Sazon. Next is I'm going to add a little bit of ground cumin. Next I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Next I'm going to add a little bit of adobo. And next I'm going to add 2 eggs. Now these eggs, you're going to take a small bowl, you're going to crack it open, and you're going to whisk the eggs. Once it's whisked, you're going to dump it inside. Next thing you need, if you don't like to dirty your hands, you're going to need your hands next, both of them. If you have any jewelry, take off your jewelry. It's just, more sanitary that way. And you're going to mix them with your hands until you have all the ingredients well blended, well mixed together. So you're going to work at this like if it's dough, and you're going to knead it. Now you have to make sure that your garlic, your onions are minced. They have to be chopped pretty small. Unless you like it chunky. I don't like mine chunky. I don't like mine chunky. Now again, meatloaf, there's a lot of things you can add to meatloaf, but this is the way I add it. You can even add fresh grated carrots or potatoes. There's a lot of things you can add to it, or celery, but I don't want to do it like that. And the reason why I'm not doing it like that is I'm making this with steamed vegetables. Okay. Next thing you're gonna do, once everything is mixed together, you're gonna take a chunk in your hand. Now I'm gonna make 2 meatloaves. First meatloaf is gonna be like this, and you're gonna take it in your hand and you're gonna form it into like a loaf of bread. If you can see, you see all the ingredients. See? You see everything in there. And you're gonna pop it in your plate, the tray that you're gonna put in the oven. Now, I took about half, so now this is the other half of the meatloaf that's left. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna flatten it. Okay, and let me wash my hands so that. Okay, now to this next meatloaf that I'm gonna make is gonna be a stuffed meatloaf. So I'm gonna add fresh spinach leaves, and I'm gonna add mozzarella cheese. Now the mozzarella cheese that I have and I like, because it melts really good, is the paleo. You can use the regular one, or you can use the low moisture part skin. That's the one that I'm going to use. So I'm actually going to use 2 of them. So I'm going to open 2 of them. So now I'm going to layer mine first, and then I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like. The first thing you're going to layer is your spinach. You're going to flatten it out as much as you possibly can. Now the spinach, you add as much as you like. Then you're going to take your mozzarella, your polio string cheese. I'm going to put 2 of them. So now this is how mine's looks. Sorry. This is how yours should look. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to roll it and you're going to cover it and make it like another loaf. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you the finished product. In the meantime, what I should have told you to do in the beginning is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So if you haven't done so, you can do it now. Most of my recipes I do at 350 degrees. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to lift it up and you're just going to reinforce it. You're going to make sure that you don't have any holes and that everything is covered together. So here you go. You got 1 meatloaf that's regular, and you have another meatloaf that is one regular meatloaf, and the other meatloaf is going to be stuffed with spinach and cheese. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put it in the oven for 350 degrees. You're going to cook it covered first so that it'll cook right. It's going to take out all the fat. Then you're going to drain the fat, and then you're going to cook it. You're going to put it back in the oven. So you're going to put it in the oven first for half an hour, covered. Take it out, drain it, another 15 minutes uncovered. And then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so this is my finished product. Half an hour covered, 15 minutes uncovered. And make sure you drain the fat. So now what I'm going to do is going to cut it. I let it cool down so it's not that hot now. And I'm going to lift it up. You see, this is the one with the spinach and the cheese. And then here I have my steamed vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, and some carrots. Okay. Now you can add butter or salt to this. You don't have to steam it if you don't want to. But I made a sauce for it. So this is half a lime juice, parsley, 3 garlic cloves, salt, and olive oil. So you're just going to drizzle some of it on top. Not too much of it. Now you can have rice on the side if you want with this, or you can eat it like this if you're trying to watch what you eat. So this right here is my plate. This is what's for dinner tonight. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember to stay encouraged and be blessed, and you can make the best in your kitchen. Thank you.